Alright, so we are back. I got food I needed to get by for the day. Let me just pop my drink. Threw it in here, right? Alright. Kickstart, only way to drink. Okay. So before I get going, I have to think about what I'm going to talk about. I already talked about my mental issues. It's okay, I can deal with them. Personally, I feel I need to see a therapist, because I've spoken to therapists before. But at the same time, I feel like that would be horribly bad for me. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be horribly bad for me. It'd be horribly bad for the therapist. Because I love breaking people apart and figuring out how they work. But that's his job. Well, sorry, there's someone behind me. If his job is what I love to do, then is he really going to get anything out of me? I mean, obviously, eventually he will. But I feel like I'm going to learn more about him than he'll learn about me. But then again, that's just me being arrogant. So, I don't know. It takes a lot to break me nowadays, because I break myself so often. Like I did the other night when I rented. I'd broken myself because legitimately I could not handle what I was seeing. I could not, just because of the way that I was looking at the situation. And I could be completely wrong. That's also a fairly real possibility. And my blinker didn't feel like working there either way. And if I'm wrong, awesome. But from what I know about each situation, because multiple situations, from what I know, I'm not wrong. That just means I need to know more. And the only way to know more is to actually speak with these people and find out. But they don't have time. Their lives are so packed. Which is hard for me. It's hard for me to accept that your life is too busy for 5 minutes. Would you give up 5 minutes to go see your mother in the hospital? Would you give up 5 minutes? Okay, this is actually really horrible. I shouldn't be saying this. And I'm gonna be a good Samaritan right now, because that trash can is out in the middle of the road. And the wind is just blowing it about. Alright, done being a good Samaritan. Cool. Okay. So where was I? Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not gonna continue that statement, because that's just, now that I think about it, that's stupid. But I mean, I'm not gonna guilt trip my friends, and that's horrible, and I shouldn't even be thinking that. I'd love to spend time with them, but I can't. They're busy, and that is fair. That is absolutely fair. And I was talking to someone about this. It was one of my other friends. That I'm not really. I mean, I'm worried about their life right now, but that's because they're worried about it, not because just I'm worried about it. It's because they're worried about it, and I'm worried for them because I really care about them. Either way, I was explaining, I was like, I can't handle this distance. It's not that I'm just, like, as I said, it's not that I'm distant physically, I'm distant emotionally. So, she's like, so don't be distant. So I'm like, well, it's not that easy. And she's like, why isn't it that easy? Well, this is where, so in my response to that, I asked her if she could hang out sometime. And she said no. And then I said, that's why it's not that easy. Simple as that. So, in essence, I need to hang out with my friends, in my opinion, to figure out more about what's going on. But the other problem is now, I don't even want to bring it up. If I were to hang out with them, I probably wouldn't bring it up. I want them to bring it up, but they're not going to bring it up because they know that I'm just going to go all... Oh, what's the word for this? All, like, controlling over them, telling them that they're making a mistake in their life. Which is relatively true. I mean, it's not completely true, because in essence, like, I will call people out on stupid, like, ridiculously stupid mistakes. Like, if my friends are having sex before marriage, I call them out on it. That is something I'm not okay with. Or, if they're doing drugs, if the things that I'm just absolutely not okay with, I would rather not be their friend. I would rather call them out. Like, my two choices are call them out on it, tell them they're being an idiot, or I'm just not going to be their friend. It's that simple. Like, because I'm not okay with that. Anyway, smoking's a bit different. If you smoke, I'll listen to you. I have slightly less respect for you. But at the same time, if you're trying to quit smoking, awesome. I respect you, because I understand that that is a hard thing to do. My heat's on, and I am burning up. How do I do this? There we go. Okay. So, I've lost, like, all of my trains of thought. All of the trains I've gone elsewhere. Let me think. I can do this. This is why I don't edit these videos, so you see these mistakes. What do I even want to say? Like, I don't want to say that my friends need to hang out with me, because that shouldn't be true. I have friends that will hang out with me, and I don't worry about their lives. Like, so I'd enjoy it if my friends could hang out with me, but at the same time, I understand they're busy. And I don't want to say that they should figure out how to make time for me, because that's kind of horrible, as I already explained. I tried to go into yeah, that was like just a bad argument from second one. Yes, I just said that. So, you see why this is an issue for me, right? I hope you do. So, I guess, I mean, I really don't have a solution. This is something that I'm just gonna have to struggle with. Like, legitimately, it's something I'm just gonna have to struggle with. Sure, I could talk it out with someone, and I have, but, I mean, the person I talked it out with, I did not agree with her opinion at all, because her opinion was just to kind of say, just let them, just deal with it, let my friends figure out the mistakes, and then they'll come crawling back to you. But in my opinion, they won't come back to me. If their life becomes so broken, why would they come to the person that told them it was going to happen? I mean, I guess I would, because I would question, why did you know? How did you know? At the same time, I've caused enough bitterness there that I don't feel that they would respect me enough to come back to me, to come looking for answers from me. So but right now, I'm in absolutely no place to say anything. Because they're bitter at the way I've acted, which is fair, because I didn't act wisely. So, oh, this is just an annoying situation. Try not to hit that trash can. Alright, now I'm home. So, I guess... I don't know. They could be right. I could just let them go along with what they're doing. Say nothing, and just watch. But watching sucks. So, what do I do? That's my dilemma. If you have any ideas, please comment them down below. I understand that these two videos were very, very similar. If you want, you know what? That just takes effort. I'm going to do a quick news update before I leave you guys. I applied to Academy of Art University, got accepted, so I should be going there this fall. I have to work out all the tuition stuff. I got to work out how I'm paying for tuition. But I should have time to do that if they would just leave me alone for a day or two. Let me catch up with life. I've got a huge project I'm working on. I'm finishing the table that I started last year at woodshop. I already bought all the wood for it. It's a really cool project. Just yesterday I bought chairs to go with it, which are awesome chairs. Absolutely awesome chairs. I got a great deal on them too. So, what else? I don't know. Not much else has been happening. I still don't have a job. Still trying for a job. Yeah. So, I might end up writing that book. It'll be multiple book series. I've got the whole idea laid out in my head. I'm not going to say anything about it, because I don't want the idea to get stolen, and I think it's a great idea. It's probably been done before, because most things have been done before, but that's life. So 2-part series. One will be called The Drive There. I guess it'll be like The Drive for Food, or The Wait and The Drive Back, something like that. But I'm glad I made this video, these 2 videos, and hopefully you guys can help me, because understand that I'm speaking to you now. I'm all happy. I'm not speaking bitterly. Like, you don't really see that much pain on my face. It's probably there. I can't tell. But this is all stems from a lot of emotion that I spend a lot of time figuring out how to deal with these emotions. I was able to break apart what was happening, why it was happening, because I'm willing to dive into my mind and figure it out. I'm willing to dive into places that most people won't, because they're scared of that part of themselves. Maybe that's an arrogant viewpoint. I apologize if I come off as arrogant. I really don't want to be, but it's my lifestyle, so it's very hard for me to not come off as arrogant. So I want to apologize for that. But I just want you guys to understand that as much as I may seem fine, I'm really not. I've just figured out how to put my emotions on hold, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how to say it. Because right now it's just a matter of me getting by until I can figure out how to deal with what's going on. Because it's very hard for me to have so much time on my hands and nothing to do with it, no friends to hang out with, and then friends that I absolutely need to hang out with and just absolutely unable to hang out with them. there are people in my life that I've been trying to hang out with for a long time, and I just can't. And I don't know if it's because God doesn't want me to or not. I can't figure out if there's a logical reason why, or if I can't figure it out. For one reason or another, I'm going to remain distant from my friends until I figure this out, I guess. Well, on that note, this video is like 16 minutes long, and I've been sitting here for a couple minutes, and it probably looks weird. Someone sitting in their car just talking to no one. Luckily, my neighbors are at work, but if there were someone watching, I'd probably freak the heck out of them. So, you enjoy your day, or night, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you guys leave a like down below, subscribe, do awesome things, and try to understand my brain. That's impossible because I don't understand it, and if I don't understand it, you ain't gonna understand it. Alright, goodbye.